All right, what's up, people? We are live. This is episode number 6 for the JetLounge podcast. We took a little break. I had some traveling to do. We went to Tokyo, took a month in Thailand, and we're finally back. What's up, Shaquille?
What's up, man? Been busy. Welcome back.
Appreciate it. So, yes. So today we have a very special guest, man. Somebody who I know you about a year, bro. Yeah. You know, and just seen this dude throwing hella weight around in the gym all the time, and always talking to all the other entrepreneurs in the gym and the prettiest girls, and just live at 5.
No. I keep to myself.
Nah, but just like, you know, and when I finally got a chance to chop it up with you, and see that you're on business, man, and you know what you're doing with your trading, and just how you locked in, and like you just show a lot of discipline of what the goal, or not the goal, but the journey is to the success that you're having now. It's super impressive. So I just want us to welcome my man Derrick to the show. What's good, Derrick? Let's go.
What's up, brother? Nice to meet you, man.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother? Nice to meet you.
So, man, cool. Like, just, you know, let's start off. Just tell us about yourself, who you are, where you from, what's going on.
All right, cool. So my name is Derrick O. I am a day trader and entrepreneur. I do a little bit of real estate as well, too. I'm from Houston, Texas. I was born Nigerian descent. And like I said, you know, I used to be a former athlete. So I was a former athlete in college. Had some really good playing time. Was doing really pretty good at that. And then that didn't really work out too much. And then I went into accounting, and then eventually into day trading.
So you was an accountant too?
Yeah, I was. Like 8.
How was
months.
that? 6 months.
It was just a different shift. You know what I'm saying? Coming from like playing on the field in front of thousands of people to, you know, being an accountant where, you know, your day's pretty predictable. It's just a complete switch. It's just a different lifestyle. Two different complete lifestyle changes.
And what position did you play?
I used to play linebacker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you, and obviously, like, I think all of us who play sports, we have some kind of hoop dreams or pro dreams, and that's what your whole focus is from the time you pick the thing up from the first time until whenever it stops. So what was the mental shift what was that mental shift realizing, like, maybe I'm not going to be in the league?
You know, it's so crazy looking on it now. I had the blessing, you know, that a lot of people don't have. My junior year, I got benched. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went from being a star player, All-American, to getting benched. And that was the best thing.
So you became an All-American?
I was All-American freshman year, yeah.
Wow.
And then I was led the team tackles my sophomore year. Was a really star player on my sophomore year. Then my junior year, I just battled a little injury, and then after that point, I just got benched my whole career.
And this is before like the transfer portal and all that stuff.
Yeah. So you have to really
just missed that. Like,
bro. So you have to suffer. Like, I had to literally sit and watch.
And you a marketer too, so you probably would have had.
I would have easily had. But it was just such a difficult process. You know, but I'm not mad or hating on niggas now. Like, it's cool. Like, my journey was what it was. But man, you know, I had the blessing of getting benched my junior year, because during that time, I had to kind of have a realization, like, oh shit, this is what football, you know, this is what life's like is without football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
because you were seeing it.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like, you know, I got to do something. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing small stuff, like, started selling like fire sticks, and then.
Oh, you did the fire stick hustle?
Oh yeah, I was doing it, jailbreak and all that. I needs that. And then I had opened up a vending machine, and I was like, okay, how do I use my network as a football athlete? And then, you know, luckily, you know, I found some boosters and stuff like that, and I reached out to them, and I was like, hey, you know, how can I, can I put my vending machine in your dealership? Or, hey, how can I leverage being a football player, having that pool, and how can I make bread from that? So I should do that, have the vending machine going, selling the fire sticks, and just doing, you know, like side hustles, like 2K for money and shit. But I was really just on some entrepreneurship journey on a small level. And then I was like, man, you know, this is what life is like without football. Like, if this is what life is like, you know, I need to prepare. I don't want to be one of those dudes that after school football, like, I don't want to be like a coach, no disrespect or nothing. I just don't want to be that. I want to do something with myself, like myself. I have more aspirations than that. So, yeah, you know, looking back on it, it was the best thing because it was a character development. You know what I'm saying? I was able to kind of sit back, evaluate where I'm at, and evaluate what life is like without sports. You know?
So, and you're Nigerian. So, like, I know a lot of Nigerian people are here in Houston, and a lot of times there's, like, I'm Black American, African American, not Nigerian specifically, but, like, it's different expectations from parents. So like, what was their expectations of you and like what you were supposed to be? Did it like you need to be a doctor? Or was it like, nah, we support your football dream?
It was crazy because my parents really didn't believe in the football. You know what I'm saying? But it was, for me, I understood like, damn, I'm literally the 5th born, in the household. I'm the last. So my parents put 4 people through college. So like, I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna bank on them, you know what I'm saying? They already did their job, you see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bank on them to get a scholarship or anything like that or them pay for school. So I gotta take it into my own hands. And I knew football was a route that I could get a scholarship because to me it wasn't hard, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I could get a scholarship and it could take a little bit of pressure off my parents. So they weren't really supportive on that aspect, but what they were supportive of was them not paying for school.
Yeah, they can rock with that.
Yeah.
Did you graduate?
Yeah, I graduated.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered to them for the most part.
Yeah, so they didn't believe in it. They always kind of instilled in me at a young age, like, hey, football's not forever. You got to make sure you got a real career. You got to be something outside of it. And it's so crazy because, that little foundation right there, that was that blueprint that I needed all throughout college. While I'm playing football, I'm always in the back of my head. I'm hearing my parents' voice like,
Nah, for real.
Yo, you better not be a bum. You better not be a bum. You better not be a bum. So that was like that motivation of, okay, cool. When I stopped playing football and I was on the bench, I was like, okay, well, shit, I'm in the real world now, right?
Yeah.
I got to compete with everybody in the real world. So it was a good thing for me, man, looking back on it, because that foundation that my parents instilled in me at a young age, it gave me the motivation that I needed to live a life outside of sports and do something with myself.
And how they feel about you being an entrepreneur now? Because normally, when you on that journey, it's like until the money get there, they like, I don't believe in it.
It's so crazy. My parents really didn't support it. I remember it was so crazy when I told my mom what I did. And they slowly started seeing it, you know what I'm saying? Because they started seeing it. I got a new whip. You know what I'm saying?
Always got to be something physical. Yeah.
I got a new whip. Like, I started traveling a lot more. So it's so crazy. I didn't want to move out because I was like, bro, I have free rent. I get to travel where the fuck I want to go. Like, but then I think me and my mom got into like an argument one day where it was so crazy because she tried me one day, bro. She tried me on a crazy level. Like, she said something like, I remember, I can't forget it. She said something like, remember, you're in my house. You do what the fuck I do. She said something
Shout
like
out
that.
moms.
But what's so crazy? She did that, and like, I'm a prideful dude. Like, I don't let niggas, you
start
can't
looking
talk
up
to
apartments
me.
that night.
Bro, I'm talking about literally in 2 days, I was gone. But that was the best thing for a relationship, though, because she respected me on a higher level because I left. Because I reminded her, like, I didn't need to be here. I was here because I wanted to be here so I could help. I could be around y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, help out in here and there. But it's the best thing for our relationship, you know what I'm saying? Because she grown a little more respect for me.
Man, I think that's something I was just talking about this with, one of our partners, and like, we are really, and you're Nigerian.
Yeah.
But just African Americans and Africans, I think, are the only culture that really demonize living with your family until marriage.
And it's so crazy. Yeah, in my culture, as a dude, like, you don't leave the parents' house until you're ready to take care of yourself and take care of your family tenfold. Like, a lot of my friends, like, it's okay to be with your, till 30, 29, 28. It's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Because Nigerian parents, they naturally want to set you up so you can succeed, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a mindset of, okay, hey, we got to get rid of you. Once you're 18, once you're on your own, it's like, no, we're going to do everything for you that we can do for you to build you up so that way when you leave the house, it's like you're never coming back. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny that he said that, though, because I told my mom the other day, and she was like, the front room is yours. I'm like, I don't even live in Baltimore. So till to this day, I can move in with my parents if I ever needed to.
It's a blessing, though.
No problem, because in my family, we from Trinidad. They don't kick people out at 18 years old. You can stay there as long as you want to. As long as you're doing something. You're going to school, you're paying the bills.
In this economy, with this education, who even understands how to, like, just maneuver at 18 in the real world? The real world we living in is different today than it was last year.
Yeah.
Forget back then, last year, bro. It's changing so fast. But no, that's crazy you said that, because I'm really, I feel like for my children, I also think it's a testament to how good you are as a parent, preparing your kids for their adulthood and for your demise as a parent. Because I'm like, if your child isn't prepared to hop out in the real world, that really says more about how you brought them up. Not that it's a negative thing, but it's also like, okay, what's your intelligence level or preparedness in the world to then teach somebody else how to be prepared.
Exactly.
So,
like I said, I think my parents, the way they went about it was good. I wouldn't change it. And I kind of live the same philosophy. If I had kids, like, I'm gonna set you up for success. Like, I want you to win. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind you staying with me, especially if you're a girl too. You know, I think it's a little harder. That's just my philosophy. You know, I don't want to just kick my kids out. I want them to feel like
you don't have none yet, right?
Nah, I don't
You know.
not that I know of.
Did you know of?
Nah, I'm just fucking. Nah, I got no kids. Nah.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I think bro, turn your phone off. That's your phone that keeps going
Definitely
off.
not my
That's
phone.
probably my shit.
Oh,
my bad. My
See?
I'll say.
I always blame Shaquille.
It be you be not paying attention to that type of stuff. But yeah, no, I think that's a really big thing for me. I want to have kids, and I really feel like a lot of people, like I talk to my brother, and I'll be like, man, your son don't know how to do push-ups right. He's like, man, he's only 5, and I'm like, there's no age to me where it's too young to teach excellence. Like even if it's something foundational and so simple as just one push-up.
So why don't you have kids?
Why don't I have kids?
Yeah.
Because I don't have a wife.
Okay. I like
Yeah,
that.
and I'm not trying to.
Smart answer.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm not trying to do the baby mama thing. I'm not trying to do the.
That's cool.
Just I've seen it. It's not, and I'm trying to. It's about generational wealth for me. So like, I feel like I just need system. I need structure. I need foundation. I feel like doing it outside of having regardless of if you call it your wife, but like the woman I'm gonna die with and that's gonna have all my kids. Like that's how I want to do it. God willing.
I like that. That's a great answer.
Yep. So, what was the question? What was I getting into though? Yeah. So, what do you think about like, is it like an age for kids to like teach excellence? Like, are you one of the people who's like, hey, he's only 5, 6, let him kind of, or are you like, I'm gonna have a very structured environment around them? They might not realize it's so intense, but it'll be very structured.
I'm just big on setting them up for win, setting them up to win. You know what I'm saying? And that just
What does that look like?
that's just discipline in all avenues. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got to create a balance, a healthy balance to where they can have fun, but they can also be rewarded based off of their discipline acts. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what my parents did with me. And again, sometimes looking back on it, the way my parents raised me, it's kind of harsh. I used to get beat and shit.
Same here.
Right, but there's a lot of shit that I didn't do because of how my parents raised me. There's just shit that is just, that's off the line. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have boundaries nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't stand for nothing,
fall
you fall for everything. Yeah.
Yep. So, what's one lesson that football taught you that you're still carrying with you right now?
Win or lose, you just gotta show up every day, right? You can't let one loss affect you or change how you feel about your approach on the job that needs to get done. I think that's what sticks out with me. Every day I show up.
Do you have the same work ethic that you had in football?
I take the same work ethic and I apply it into that. I had to work for everything I had in football. I wasn't blessed with a lot of some things that people were blessed with. I had to work for everything, and I don't mind working for it. So, what I do with my entrepreneurship, it's just the same thing. I just show up for myself every day. I post daily. I give it my best. I research. I prepare myself. And it's just a compound. You naturally show up every day, good things are gonna happen to you, and I truly believe that.
So and last question about football for a minute, but what was that mental shift like once you finally was like just kind of, is it identity shift for you, or you felt like the same person?
It was the hardest thing I probably experienced, right? Because you got to think for years, you're programmed where they tell you what to do. Like I remember in college, I used to have a schedule, like eat at 8, 6, wake up at 5:30, go work out. Right after you work out, go to breakfast, right? Then you got to go to sometimes study hall before school. Then you got to go to class. After class, you go straight to meetings, right? Then you go to get ready for practice. And you go to practice. Then right after that, you got study hall again. You know what I'm saying? Then you got dinner. And then it's like a film study. And then it's a rinse and repeat. So it's like a military schedule, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Looking at it, and I'm like, man, I don't have that same schedule now, but I do have Like every day I go on the board and I write down everything I got to do for the day. I write down the most 3 important things.
Now you have to be the coach for you.
Yeah, but
you have to create your schedule.
That's true, which was hard at first. But then I realized, as long as I stick to my plan and I have a plan in place, I can do that.
Yeah.
So it was a big identity shift because you got to think you go from playing in front of thousands of people to nobody gives a fuck about you, bro. And if you don't show up for yourself every day, nobody cares about you, bro.
At all.
Like nobody cares about how many tackles you got. Nobody cares about how many yards you got. What you did in college is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people kind of struggle with that. I struggled with it too, but again, I was always an entrepreneur before I was even a football player. I was selling candy.
You went to Sam's Club.
I was selling niggas candy in fucking high school.
Y'all did the Big Texas?
I did everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those was the number one sellers.
That was the number one seller.
Yeah,
Big Texas?
I was always an entrepreneur before I was even, So for me, it only makes sense to go into that route. You see what I'm saying?
How long you been full-time entrepreneurship?
I think it's now 6 years.
6 years? How you like it?
Blessing, there's pros and cons. You know what I'm saying? There's always pros and cons. Blessing is, in any day I can wake up and I don't know what's coming. I can make bread, I can lose bread.
Mm-hmm.
Cons is there's nobody to
lean on.
Nobody to lean on. You know what I'm saying? So it's all dependent on me, which my personality, I like that.
So yeah, bro. So let's get into this. So the whole concept of the JetLounge podcast.
Okay.
Think like the American Express lounge at the airport, right? Obviously Shaquille, his business is financial literacy, credit, business funding. I'm JetQuest. It's all about travel, lifestyle, making really tough connections with people from all around the world. So we just brought that together. Wanted to have a cool lounge vibe that you have with other successful people that you meet at the airport and have cool conversations. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna let Shaquille take it, and we're gonna get into a little bit of just financial literacy, talk about some trading, talk about, credit, like, did you use credit when you started and all kind of stuff like that. But
yeah. I know we talking about earlier on, I was asking you, how did you start your journey and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You did mention that you dipped and dabbed in credit. So just tell me your first training about credit. Because with me, my stepdad taught me before I was even 18, like I was already set up with credit. But most people, they don't have that blessing to be able to, get a good start.
I can't speak for every household, but Nigerians, I wouldn't say we frown upon credit, but I was kind of told to kind of stay away from it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just one of those things. It's like you don't want to really have too much credit debt and stuff like that. Now I'm older. I kind of understand kind of how you can leverage it and how it makes the most sense. Now I wish I would have had. I didn't have the luxury of using credit for trading, but now kind of being a little bit more expertise on a little bit more about it. It makes sense, as long as you have a right strategy, a right plan in place, that you could use that for trading to, scale up and stuff like that.
So yeah, tell our audience, how did you actually get into trading?
Okay, cool. So crazy. So as I wasn't playing, I got cut. No. Yeah. So once college ended, I sat on the bench my senior year, right? So I didn't really get too much PT. But it's crazy. A team reached out to me. They was like, hey, we like what we saw off your freshman, sophomore year film. You did really good those 2 years. Even though you didn't play these last couple years, hey, we still want to sign you to a contract. Shit. I was like, hey, that's a blessing. Like,
this was the CFL team?
Yeah, CFL team. Yeah, so I was like, man, at that point, that was the only thing I had. But I still wanted to play football. I knew for a fact, like.
Should be hard to let go, man.
Yeah, and the thing about for me was not necessarily making it to the NFL. It was not getting an opportunity to prove myself. You know what I'm saying? If I got my opportunity, I could live with myself regardless of what happened. I'm just realistic.
Leave it all on the field. Like,
yeah, this shit don't work out, then shit is just not for me. You know what I'm saying? But seeing that I got the opportunity, man, I was blessed because now I can literally put it to bed if it don't work out.
Yeah.
So I went up there. Shit didn't go right, man. I just got cut. You know what I'm saying?
Was you getting in trouble? Like, what happened?
I mean, it's just CFL is just a little bit different than it is NFL. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little bit more rules, a little more fast. I wouldn't say fast paced, but I think they got like an extra dude on the field. I think it's like 13 players.
Word?
Yeah, it's not 12. Yeah, so it just didn't work out. I didn't do good. I didn't perform well. So, and then it's so crazy. So on my last practice, I knew I was getting cut. I seen a dude trading on his phone, and I was like, bro, The dude made like 500, like I think 500 to like $700 or something like that. I could be wrong, but he made it in front of me in like 15, 20 minutes. And I seen that, and I was like, bro, this dude didn't have to talk to a soul. He didn't have to sell nobody nothing. He just made that shit from his phone. I told myself, I said, bro, like, this shit is the future, bro. Like, making money, like, on your phone, like, that's the future. I know for a fact. Like, if people don't know about this, they're going to know about this later on. Mm-hmm. That's just my mindset. I always know if I see something I don't need nobody's opinion. If I see something, I'm like, yo, that's the future. So then I was like, I talked to him a little bit about it. He didn't really tell me too much, but I got the gist of what it was. I went home, back on the plane, did some research, and I was like, okay, cool. Well, shit, I got to go be an accountant now because that's what I got my degree in. Started looking for jobs, bro. I'm talking about it was so hard getting a job, bro. I'm talking about like I think I did maybe like 200 applications. Finally got a hit back. Started working for like a private equity company. That one it wasn't good. I wasn't getting paid a lot, but I was getting some experience, right?
Hella work.
Yeah. Then it was so crazy. I was like, bro, this is so boring, bro. Like, for me, just being a football player to being an accountant, it was just two different lifestyles. Like, I was literally just doing the same thing every day. I was doing auditing, and I was like, bro, like I can't do this.
I feel like you weren't challenging yourself too.
Yeah, it just wasn't me because I was studying for the CPA exam. I was doing my parents was telling me, Nigerian parents are always in your ear and stuff like that. They're like CPA, this, and this. I'm studying for the exam, and I'm just like, bro, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was doing it because my parents wanted me to do it.
And that was your one job?
That's what I was doing, bro. I was waking up.
No, I mean, like, that was the only job you ever had?
That was the only thing, yeah. So I'm about to get into it. So I hated what I was doing. And I was like, bro, I said, I need something that can get me going. You know what I'm saying? So I picked up this sales recruiter job behind my parents' back. I'm still living with my parents, so, if they tell me to do something, at this point I got to do it because I'm by force. I got to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I took the job behind the back. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's so crazy. It was like a sense of relief, bro. Like I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was selling. I was recruiting people for like engineers or something like that. But it was like a sales job, which was a good sense of relief because every day I didn't know what I was getting myself into, which was good though because I was learning actual real skills. It was better than accounting, right? And then I started doing that, and then it was so crazy. That's when I was studying the trading, so I was doing both. And I used to, practice trading on the job and shit like that. And I was like, bro, I think I had my first day I made like $400 trading, and for me, that's all I needed to see.
How long were you at this job?
I was at this job for like a year.
Do you feel like you gained a lot of your communication and influence skills there?
Yeah, I learned a lot.
So you got a mix of
everything.
Unconventional entrepreneurial training with your trading.
Yeah.
You took the accounting and gave you some conservative, like structural finance education while also getting people skills, sales.
Sales was perfect because I had to get on the phone.
Yeah.
I had to close. I had to talk to people.
You was getting trained for what you're doing now.
And it's so crazy because everything that I thought that I hated, like, it was all new for me.
Oh, man.
Looking back on it, I'm like, bro, God was just preparing me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was doing it, and I was just, bro, I was talking about I'm doing the sales job, and in my mind, I'm just looking at the charts, bro. I'm like, dude. And then it got to the point where my manager was like, bro, you got to stop looking at that thing. Like,
Can't be doing that shit.
Can't be doing that. So it was so perfect, bro. Like timing is everything, bro.
No, for real.
COVID happened, so I got furloughed. So now I'm like, bro, I can put all my energy into fucking trading now. Like it's best. And then at that time, again, I was losing. I went through a span. My first day, I made like $400. Then I lost like everything that I had saved up from, all the entrepreneurship that I did in college and then CFL.
Whole life savings gone.
Yeah, I lost everything from trading. You know what I'm saying? But in the back of my mind, I still believed in it. And I remember one day I was like, bro, God, I just need a sign, bro. Like, do I keep doing this or not? Because I'm assed out. Like, and then shit, I'm talking about, I took, my brother loaned me some bread. Shout out to my brother.
Shout out to bro.
Bro,
That's
love
major.
you for that. Loaned me some bread. that $1,000 took it to like 18,000. I made every dollar.
Tell me this. Did you cry when he gave you that money?
No, I wasn't crying when he gave me the money. I was crying.
You made it up?
back.
I was crying before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, God, like, give me a sign.
God,
Like,
give
I'm
me a
broke.
sign.
I'm broke as fuck.
I'm rubbing my help out,
I need to know now, because my personality is like, God, like, bro, do I do this or not?
I'm
Like,
really trying hard.
bro, the sign next day I made 18 bands.
That was the sign.
I was like, bro, that's it. So then I made like, bro, I started running up a bag, dude. I started running up a crazy bag. And yeah, I think for me, I was making 30 bands a year with the sales job. I was making like 30,000. And I went from that and I made that shit in a month. You know what I'm saying? I made like 35,000 that month trading
What's
that
that
month.
Instagram meme? It's like, when I get rich, there'll be signs. Niggas in the club out of nowhere.
I'm talking about, you gotta think, I literally just made my salary in a month. Like, from my mindset, that was a complete mindset shift. So I'm like, bro, hold on. I've been working way harder than I need to for bread, bro. So then I was like, okay, you know, at that point, I just started eating. I think I made like 100 bands in like 3 months. And I thought I knew what I was doing. Market was in the uptrend. I'll take the bread, put in some crypto coins. I was getting lucky, bro. I'll take the bread, put the shit in some crypto coins. Everything was just going up. And I'm thinking like, yo.
I'm really him. I'm really like that.
I got this shit down to a science. Like, there's nothing you could tell me at this point. And it was so crazy because I got so big-headed, you know what I'm saying? But it was a character shift, you know what I'm saying? Because I literally let it get to my head. I started traveling. I was going to all different types of places. I was just a bad, I would say I was a bad person, but I was just so cocky. You know what I'm saying? And then, man, you know, the market tanked, right? The market motherfucking tanked. And I'm talking about it tanked so bad, I lost like 80% of my portfolio. And I was like, man, bro, I literally lost like, because the money I was making trading, I was taking it and moving it into long term. But that shit was just, Bitcoin and all the shit was just flipping. So I think I got up to like 200 something thousand or something like that. And I'm talking about, I just seen all that shit go by in like 8 months. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I literally lost so much bread, bro.
How you ran it back up?
So luckily, so that's when I kind of changed my strategy. My strategy, so after COVID, the market went into a uptrend. And I didn't really understand how to trade a downtrending market. Because I was thinking niggas were telling me to buy the dip. Nigga, I was buying the dip.
That's
That
how you
motherfucker was just kept dipping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm throwing money away.
I'm taking my cash in my bank account, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm just buying the dip. I've been doing this. I do this shit. I know. Bro, that bitch just kept dipping. I'm seeing money go by so fast.
Like, bro, what is happening?
Bro, I'm like, what I do? And it's so crazy because I'm like, bro, some shit came up, and I'm like, bro, I needed the bread at the moment. Like, I really needed the bread because I had to pay some shit off. And then just some personal shit that I needed the bread for. And it's so crazy because the day I sold, because I had to take a loss. I sold it. I was like, bro, I know this shit's gonna shoot up, bro. But I need the bread. I sold it, and then that shit just.
Is that you? Who bag is that?
That's my bag. But definitely.
That's cool.
Well, you acting like you. Just turn it off.
No, just cool. Just go back into it.
Yeah.
Just turn them off.
Just turn it off, yeah.
The what?
The ringtone. I don't even know you can still do ringtones with songs.
Yeah, just put it in the car. Just put it in the trunk.
But yeah, you was talking about
I'm gonna close it.
where's you just at?
Yeah. So, is it still going?
Good? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll cut this up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So I was like, I need the bread for some personal reasons, so I had to sell. You know what I'm saying? And I sold, and I'm like, bro, I'm talking about the day I sold, the market just shot back up, bro. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like,
Missed it.
yeah. So then it was. I changed up my strategy a little bit, and I always knew how to day trade. So the day trading was the problem. I just experienced a once in a lifetime recession, and I didn't really know how to sell the bread, sell the market, or take advantage of the market going down.
Right.
So I already understood the skill set. Now it's just a capital gain.
Because that's basically like a whole year or two of just bad.
It was just It was just once. It happens every, I would say 8, 10 years. Yeah, it was one of those things that just happens. every 10, 15 years, just a correction. You know what I'm saying? And I just experienced it on just the bad timing.
Yeah.
And I was so new that I didn't know how to experience it. So I always had the skill set. So I knew I can get it back. You know what I'm saying? It's just now it's a capital game. So I literally just, started off small and just kept working myself back.
So what do you trade? Because like I know a lot of us who watch social media, a lot of people on here might be completely ignorant to anything trading that we even talking about right now. So let's go back to what is trading? What do you trade?
Yeah.
Because everybody knows about Forex. Everybody's heard about.
I could speak on it a little bit.
All of that.
So there's a couple of different markets, right? There's Forex, there's options, there's futures, there's crypto, right? And then obviously there's stocks and stuff like that. So it really just depends on your personality, what you want to trade. There's pros and cons, right? Now, I like both. I trade Forex and I trade options. Forex, pros and cons, it's open 24 hours out the day. You could trade everything. I'm talking about currency, stocks, Bitcoin, GBP, JPY, oil. You can trade everything, and it's open 24 hours of the day. Options, that one's great, but it's only open, I think, 6 hours and 30 minutes from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
It's open. So you only have that window to trade. Now that would suck for me if I would have started trading options while I was trying to learn. It wouldn't have worked because I was doing it on the job. Forex allowed me that flexibility. Futures is, I think, it's 24 hours out the way too. So it really just depends on what you want to trade, and then you could trade. But again, I like trading Forex.
So what is options for the people who don't know?
Options is when you are taking advantage of contracts with a company, right? So let's say Amazon, you can take a call or a put. Basically, put is basically betting that the market's going to go down in a certain amount of time frame, and a call would be market's going up. You're betting that the market's going to go up. Now, the thing about options, what a lot of people don't know, is the expiration is the key, right? Now, if you're doing me, I trade same day expiration. So that means I'm basically saying, hey, this needs to happen this time in order for me to make bread. For every moment, for every minute, every 5 minutes that it's not happening at that time, the contract becomes worthless. So essentially, I'm losing money for as long if the market's not doing exactly what I thought it's going to do.
So when you say contract, what does that mean? What is the contract? Is it between you and the company? Is it
so you buy a certain amount of contracts in order to take a position with the company. So let's say
contract is just the name of the measurable unit that you're purchasing.
Yeah. So, like for instance, let's say I bought 100 contracts on Amazon on a call, basically betting that the market's going to go up. Mm-hmm. I normally trade same day expirations. I'm basically banking that the market's going to go up from the time frame, from the average price that I got it into. I'm betting that the market's going to go up above that point in a certain amount of time within a day. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it doesn't, as time goes on, the contract becomes worthless. So if I put $500 on the contract, I bought the contract with about $500, it's a fixed risk. So I can't lose more than that $500,
okay.
Right? Especially if I'm not using leverage or anything like that. I can't lose more than that $500. It's a fixed risk, but the reward is unlimited. You see what I'm saying? Now, Forex is a little bit different, right? Now, the units of measurement is going to be pips. That's called a points and percentage. So typically, with options, it's points and moving in points. With Forex is going to be pips. Futures is going to be called ticks. It's basically anytime the market goes up or down, the unit of measurement is a pip for Forex.
So when you're looking at both versions of charts, essentially you're seeing the same thing. They have different names.
It's all
different titles.
it's all the same shit. It's just different. It's just different markets, right?
Yeah. Okay.
If I'm taking a buy on options, it's a call. I can buy actual in Forex. You see what I'm saying? It's the same shit. It's just all charts are the same, and I tell people that, right? If you're trading, any chart is the same. If you can read a chart, you can predict what price is going to do. It's just what market you're in, because terminology is going to be key.
And both of these are markets that you're day trading in. Like you do it every day.
Yeah, I do it every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had a question, because I always hear about trading.
Okay.
And I always been interested, but it seems complicated. But just like anything else, it's just, I don't know the information. But for you, let's say I came to you as a brand new person. I don't know anything about trading. How long do you think it'll take me if I'm coachable and I'm willing to listen and do everything that you tell me to do before I can be profitable and actually, not treat it like a hustle, but like make it into like a real business and start being profitable?
And this is off of your own analysis on your own. I would say I can't speak for other people. Under my program,
Yeah, under your program, because you're gonna be teaching me after this.
yeah, under my program, I would say it could take anywhere from realistically, it could take anywhere from, depending on your work ethic, 3 to a year, 3 months to a year. The reason why I say this is because one, I don't know how fast you're a learner, right? I can give you exactly what to do. People are just lazy, bro. I can tell you exactly what to do, what to look at. I can even tell you when to get in, right? That's what I do for a lot of my mentees. I tell them exactly when to get in. Like, I'm really in the field with people. You know, people lie about the shit. Like, I can literally pull out my shit right now. I'm really doing it.
That was crazy.
No. Nah, no bullshit. But like, I can really show people what I do because I'm literally getting in and out the market efficiently. Look right here.
And what app is that?
This is Trade Locker.
Trade Lock.
Look,
Yeah, you definitely gotta teach me this after.
see that?
Yeah.
That's
Show the
about-
camera. What you showing?
Yeah.
That's about
This
three,
is just all
3 months.
trades that you in right now.
3 months, 157. That's just, you know, I have more counts too, but
It shows the yep.
There's no cap
157
in his
right there.
rap.
Can you see it? No cap in his
No
rap.
cap.
Look.
Yeah, like
a lot of
people-
these people doing the, what they call
You said
it,
trade block?
and that's just, you know what I'm saying? I can go options too. Like I have a lot of other accounts as well too. But the thing about it, the main thing for me is like, I want to be in my group. I like to create an atmosphere like, hey, lean on me. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you exactly when to get in. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna get in before I get in. I make it undeniable.
Yeah, I was gonna say because a lot of groups they're like, yeah, free calls and stuff like that, but obviously you don't learn that way. But you're doing an education.
Well, the best way for you to learn is when you're following somebody. The best way for you to learn is if he could show you why he's getting into trade before he gets into it, and then
That's the key part.
Then I call the trade before you make bread.
Yeah.
That's the best way because now you get the beginning stage of why we got into the trade.
What I'm looking
then
for.
I'm calling the trade. Then you're seeing me make the money with you. I drop my entry. I even drop my entry in the chat. Like, hey guys, I'm in. Hey, I think I'm doing this for 100 people. Like I can't hide. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's no hiding in what I do because people are putting their money on this. You see what I'm saying? And I'm telling them exactly what I get into. You see
How
what I'm
do
saying?
people get in contact with you to actually learn and tell us a little bit more about your group? And
So I have a team. All you have to do is message me on Instagram. Go to my link in my bio. You can fill out a call with my team, or you can fill out the application that's there as well too. I have some assistants as well that work for me. So you just reach out to both pages at Legendary Drek, at Legendary Sniper FX, or if it's somebody like on a personal level, like you know, if I know them, I'll give them my number. I don't really care. But yeah, I mean that's really just it.
Bet. So it's really bigger than, you know, because obviously you became a successful trader. Then you decided to, you know, create another stream of income, but also make impact by coaching people.
Yeah.
So that requires people to believe you. You know, even
Buy
like
my
you said,
course, you know.
even like you were saying, like your own parents didn't really see it until you hopped out with a new whip, moved out the house. And I feel like everybody, that's your parents. You know what I'm saying? So like people who you're now selling the course to, you had to build a brand and you had to build a, not a persona, but like you had to create just marketing. You had to have the look.
Yeah.
So what is that like for building a brand as a business owner?
So for me,
individual?
I'm just transparent. You know what I'm saying? I lose too, bro. Like I
Part of the
lost.
game.
Yeah, like I lost. Biggest month I ever lost back then was like 55,000, some shit like that. That was back then though. Recently, the biggest loss I've took, I had a 10K day loss. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm not losing like that as much as I used to. If I do lose,
That's good.
no bullshit. Like no bullshit. I know niggas say that, but if I lose, I'll lose. I may lose for the day, but like from a weekly, monthly standpoint, I'm not really
still
losing.
eating.
Yeah,
It's part of the game.
because I understand. You know what I'm saying? But I do lose though. I'm not like
You're sticking
But
to your
overall
followed plan.
though, I'm gonna win.
You got a formula that works.
Because I know it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm that confident. Did you say a different question?
No, I was just feeding what you were saying because you
okay.
was basically like you're sticking to a plan.
Yeah, I
'Cause
stick
hear
to
a lot
the
of
plan. So
people
that's
say
so the hardest thing about trading is not
emotionally trading.
it's the mental game, right? It's 80% mental because you got to think from this perspective. You know, you're seeing money come onto the screen and it's fluctuating, right? And your mind is telling you, okay, cool, hey, it's a good amount of money, and then it can just go down so quickly. And now you're playing. It's like your mind's playing this game on. Okay, do I get out? Do I stay in? Do I get out? And you have to trust yourself to the highest degree
Yeah.
to have the experience to be like, okay, well, hey, now I'm gonna hold this trade, right? You have to lose the attachment to the bread. Like every dollar I have, and I teach my students this, any dollar I have in my account, if I was to lose it in one day, my life wouldn't change, right? And that's the approach you want to go about it, right? Because when you start trading, like, I fucked up when I first started. I was losing. I was trading rent money. I was doing all the bullshit. I was doing that. So now I know the things to get me out of that, to not put myself in that mindset, right? Because when you're trading like that, natural emotions are going to come into the game, and then you're just going to make mistakes, right? You got to think for a second. If I know for a fact I need to make $2,000 within 3 days, if I'm trading like that, it's not a good time. Yeah, I don't want to be trading like that, because trading is supposed to be something where it's like, okay, I want to make the best decision for myself in that time frame based off of what I see, not because I need the bread or this and this. What is the most logical decision to do?
Gradually growing.
You got to think long term. A lot of people that come into the game, they see the fast money. Like, for instance, I had my biggest trading day, I think a week and a half ago. I made $30,000, right? I've never seen that amount of bread in one day, right? And it's crazy because the day it happened, I didn't even think on it. Like, it just happened. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't something where I was like, I knew it was going to happen or anything like that. I was just following my plan. Seen the opportunity, I took it. I remember even doing it. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? I just made $30,000.
So with your strategy,
but I didn't think anything of it.
You doing compound interest, like you're growing the amount that you're trading on as you continue to make more, right?
So no. I think you're talking about adding positions. I'm scaling in.
No, I'm thinking, so like when you're making a buy or a put or buying a contract, you buy a certain amount, right?
Yeah.
So you're spending a certain amount. So the amounts that you're spending are getting bigger as well, right?
Yeah, with time, they're getting bigger.
Right.
Depending on what I want to do, right? So I kind of have a game plan on, okay, where am I at? Let's say I had a really crazy month. Like, for instance, I had a good-ass month last month, so I scaled down. You know what I'm saying? Because normally, back in the past, when I was losing like a motherfucker, I noticed every time I have a really good month, a bad month will follow it. So now I'm older enough. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be trading tens of thousands or $1,000. I take a step back and I'll trade small because I just want to make the right decisions. For me, I just want to be right. If I can be consistent and right, the money's gonna follow. But again, I'm not attached to it, because to me, it's just a number on the screen. Once I withdraw it, then it makes sense. But it's just a number, bro.
That's a good way to look at it. I heard somebody mention that before. They said you got to be non-emotional when it comes to trading, because if you do, you can lose everything.
And everything in trading, what it does, my trading didn't start getting better until I started focusing on the outside. What's my daily habits like? Am I working out? Am I discipline showing up, waking up on time? Am I eating clean foods, right? Because I noticed if I'm not eating clean, you know what I'm saying, I get tired. And last thing I want to do is be tired when I'm trading, because I make bad decisions. So to me, it's like, how can I get my mind fired up, or how can I put myself in the best position to win? And I notice it's the outside things that I do outside of trading that's more important than the trading. If I show up for myself every day and I'm disciplined with my daily habits, and I'm not drinking during the week or doing some bullshit, fucking off and stuff like that, I can make smarter decisions when I'm trading. And for me, it all like is in alignment.
All this, and I'm glad you're saying all this, because at the end of the day, this is how success works with everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
And people always feel like it's got to be some secret.
Yeah.
Like, get a mentor, be disciplined, lock in. I think it was either Benjamin Franklin, it was one of the founding fathers, and he said something like, if I had to chop down a tree with the axe, I would spend 3 hours chopping and sharpening the axe, the other hour on the tree. And that's exactly what you just said.
Yeah, and like I said, I just, it's not about what you do, it's what you do. For me, it's just what I'm not doing. There's a lot of things I know.
Saying no to a lot of shit.
That just puts me in a place where I'm just not making smart decisions. So now I'm just more mature, where I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, damn, I could, go smoke and drink and stuff like that, but that could affect my trading. I could be slow and sluggish. I lose a lot of bread when I'm slow and sluggish. Let me chill on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just smart things like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's everything's exactly what you said about compound interest. Everything builds up. You don't just wake up one day and you're trading thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I literally went through a period where I was trading hundreds, and then I just make small switches, and maybe I scale up a little bit more. and it just continues to grow and compound. And like it goes from, oh shit, you're making a couple $100 to, oh damn, you just made $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And you just keep doing the right thing. And shit, I mean, it's so crazy. A year ago, I was making $1,000 in a day. Like that was a normal, like 800 to like 1,300. Like my average days right now are like 3,000, like 2,500. Like, you know, I've had like, I think 12 5-figure, 13 5-figure days just this year alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it compounds so fast, but you don't even really notice. You know what I'm saying? When you're just doing the right thing and showing up every day and staying disciplined, you just wake up. Yeah, you just wake up. And it's so crazy because I just stopped. For me, you know, I always started chasing the bread where I was like, I want the money. And just that motherfucker just never chased me back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just kept losing. So I said, it wasn't until I finally changed my mindset to be like, man, you know what? I used to want to be so fucking rich by like 27, 28. And then when it didn't happen, I was so discouraged. I said, man, whenever God says it's my time, it's my time. You know what I'm saying? If I could just show up every day and I just see improvement, hey, if the trading thing takes off 10 years from now, I'm cool with that.
And the thing is, sorry to cut you off, but the thing is, when you're thinking like that, what you're really thinking of is like the lack of it being there already. And you so focused on like, man, if I don't make it by 27, like, and bro, when you just switch,
discouraged.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, you know, like I said, man, I look at everything and maybe God's preparing me. Like, and I changed my mindset. When bad shit happens to me, I'm like, you know, God, what are you preparing me? Like, what lesson do you want me to learn from this? This adversity that I'm facing right now, how can I improve? How can I grow? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to teach me? Or what lessons can I learn from this to become a better person, become a better man, and be able to handle the situation? Because I truly believe that God is always preparing you for, you know, a blessing that's on your way. And I just changed my mindset to that. And man, I'm talking about like, it just gives you a different perspective on life. Because now I'm thinking from a perspective of, okay, everything that happens to me, that's cool. I'm built for this. I can handle this. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing. Like, God, use me. You know, show me what you need me to show me so I can become a better man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that I'm going to have to face down the road later on, whether I got kids or whether anything like that. And I want to be prepared for anything. You know what I'm saying? So if God, if you're preparing me now, short-term L, I'll take the long-term win.
Yeah. So we got about 12, 15 left. So I got a couple of questions I always like to ask. So for one, obviously, you know, I got JetQuest. It's all about travel, lifestyle, all that. And you're doing a lot of traveling right now. So tell me what's your top 3 places that you've been to and why?
Jamaica's number 1, bro.
Really?
Jamaica's a vibe, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
I love Jamaica. Shit. Nah, shit. I remember I went with my girl. That shit was fire, bro. Like, it just 10 out of 10. The food was fire.
Jerk chicken all day.
Yeah,
Real jerk chicken too.
The vibes was cool. Like, everybody's so peaceful.
Did you go to Montego Bay or where did you go?
Montego Bay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I went there. It was. I'll go there again. Anytime somebody says Jamaica, I'm like,
we doing Jamaica next year, so tap in with us. With us. Let's go.
I probably will. Yeah, I'm dead ass. No bullshit. Jamaica is number 1, and then
Was you just in Dubai?
Nah. I've never been to Dubai. Oh, okay. I always want to go to Dubai. When I go to Dubai, I want to make sure I do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to I want to half-ass Dubai. If I'm gonna do it, like, I gotta do it.
No, your
right.
first time in Dubai is definitely a mind-opening experience, bro.
I know,
especially as an entrepreneur, because it's so much opulence. You know, like going to Miami the first time, you're like, damn, niggas really getting money out here.
Yeah.
Dubai is like that times 10.
But
that's
what
the
I'm
crazy
saying,
thing. You'll see a Lamborghini for the first time or some shit in Miami. You'll see $1 million license plate in Dubai.
That's crazy.
If you get a license plate with a single digit, those are 7-figure license plates.
Yeah, it's different, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's levels.
And I get, bro, I'm talking about, I get offers to go places because, you know, I got a lot of, like, I'm pretty well connected with a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of, like, business owners, and they're always traveling. So I get offered probably like once, twice a week to, like, go to places. And Dubai has always been somewhere offered, but I want to do it. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Like,
I'm trying to go out there and blow at least 100,000.
Nah, God forbid. Nah, I just want to go out there and, like, plan it, like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm a spontaneous dude. Someone tells me, like, hey, bro, we going to this, we gotta do this for a business event. Yeah, I'm first next day I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I want to like plan that one. You see what I'm saying? I want to take my time with that, and then make sure I'm with the right people.
Dubai is not. I mean, you talk about going with people, but Dubai is definitely a place with some of the most elite networking on earth, bro.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember
big it's big on trading over there too. Trading's really big over there.
big on that, and just entrepreneurship as a whole. Like everything in Dubai, the people you meet is because people are coming from all around the world because of the benefits tax wise, right? And the real estate boom is happening. Like being in New York and investing is like investing in New York in the 40s, like before the skyscraper boom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But okay, so how long have you been with your girlfriend?
About 2.5 years.
So what has dating changed for you in business? And like, do you feel like you was better once you got in a relationship, or did you need to become set at a certain level and then it was safer for you to date? Like, how has that affected your entrepreneur journey?
I feel like sometimes when you just chasing a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of just get, I wouldn't say chasing, but like when you're dealing with multiple women and stuff like that, I mean, you can get distracted pretty easily because you're probably like always outside, you know. I feel like it keeps you grounded, you know what I'm saying? Especially, it really just depends on the type of girl you're with, you know. I'm very big on just, you know, one, keeping God in the relationship, and then two, really just, really just being authentic. You know what I'm saying? When you have a really authentic, like honest relationship, it makes everything much a difference. But like one big thing though for me that really changed was just locking in on myself. You know what I'm saying? I focus a lot on myself.
Personal development.
Personal development, and it benefits both parties. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm always focused on how I can improve and me getting better, and then you know the right type of person just rubs off on that.
Yeah, and they'll appreciate that.
Yeah,
Respect
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Because the best thing you could do for yourself, I truly believe, is locking in on yourself as a man, bro. You know
That's the
what I'm
most
saying?
important thing I tell people. Personal development is everything. You want the money, you want all of this, but self, once you get you right.
I mean, just with everything, like it just, like, you know what I'm saying? It makes life easier when, you know, you can go and do things. You know what I'm saying? You have the funds to do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no bread or nothing like that. It's just,
It's tough.
it's harder.
Whataburger.
It's harder. You know
That's
what
when
I'm
you had them
saying?
long praying nights.
Split
like,
Whataburgers.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's just easy. It's a little bit easier, you know what I'm saying? I just don't believe in really now, kind of being older, dating, like, it's just, I wouldn't date. If you don't already have that person locked in and they weren't like locked in with you, I just don't personally believe in dating. Your funds is not right.
Yeah.
It just causes so much issues and so many unnecessary problems. And then it's just too much, bro.
People argue me that all the time. I'm like, get your money first.
And
before.
you know, if you really be honest, like, bro, 70% of marriages end off of finances, bro. Like, it's just, if you don't have a partner that's like willing to work with you, a situation, you know what I'm saying, it can be detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have somebody that's like really rocking with you and they understand this, that's a different scenario.
That's a
you know what I'm
blessing.
saying? But most girls this day and age are not on that.
Not on that.
And most girls are not.
I'm in a group chat with my I have a whole family group chat, and my brother came in there. He's like, "Damn, somebody just told me that going to Houston's is a cheap date now." I was like, "Houston's is legit." Like, you know Houston's restaurant, Hillstone.
Oh, I heard about it, but I never.
Oh, that's my favorite restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
But like, you know, you heard people saying like Cheesecake Factory. Like Houston's is like a legitimate fancy restaurant. Like that's some of the best networking in Houston. You go to the bar at Houston's for lunchtime. And I'm like, focus on yourself, bro.
I just feel like, you know, the way society is nowadays is like, it's just unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? It's just unrealistic. Me personally, like, I'm a simple dude. You know what I'm saying? I like nice shit, but like, I don't mind doing just basic shit. You know what I'm saying?
Balance.
So it's like, to me, it's like, you got to be on my frequency. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just who I am. I'm not going to change for who I am.
Bet. So one of the last questions we always like to ask people, man, is like, what does legacy mean for you? Like, what is legacy for Derrick?
I'm just big on my last name. I just respect it to the highest degree. I just feel like if I walk into a room, you should respect it too. And I feel like that depends on me, right? On how I carry myself and what I do day to day. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing some bullshit and I'm not a man of my word, or if I don't stand on nothing, if I'm out here bullshitting, I ain't locked in, or I'm
Easy to play
taking
with.
life, easy to play with, that I'm playing with my own last name, so why should you respect that? You know what I'm saying? If I stand up for myself every day, I show up, you know what I'm saying? I do good deeds, and I'm honoring my word, you know what I'm saying? I'm making shit happen, you know, which I do, and you got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just big on just not disrespecting my last name. And that's just, I think it's simple. It can be applied to any avenue, you know what I'm saying?
Bet. Man, hey, this has been a lot of game. I love that we mix it up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we have a lot of fun podcasts, but I feel like we got every single one, there's game. If you watch this show, you're going to learn something. I feel like you gave a lot of info and insight on your journey, because I think that's the most important part. When I look at the people who inspire me the most, is really their journey and how they became successful, and the relatability that's like, all right, I can do it too. I can do it. Nah, I can follow that.
I might be a trader after today.
Hey.
No, we about to lock in.
Tap into my course.
I always wanted to learn it,
About
but
my course.
you know,
No,
I always want to have somebody that's hands-on and real, because like I said, you see the internet and you know, it's like a lot of fluff out here. I want somebody like, give it to me real and just tell me what to do, because I'm a fast learner. It ain't gonna take me long to learn.
That's love, yeah. Like I said, for me, man, I just keep it transparent, bro. I tell people the wins, the highs, the lows, and I can relate to everybody because I was on my last and I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I resonate with my students so well, because, you know, I literally seen it, lost it, seen it, lost it. You know what I'm saying? So I just know how people feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm having that relatable mentor where he understands. I know what it's like trading, you know, you only got $100 or you only got $7 in your bank account. You're trying to make some shit shake. You know what I'm saying? I think when you're able to relate to people, you know, and how people treat you when you're down, it just says the word, you know, says the most. You know, anytime I see somebody down, I always try to pick them up in some way, shape, or form. And it could just be some words. You know, it can be that. Yeah. But yo, guys, you know, if you want to learn how to day trade, man, I do this day to day. I just came with my first 100K month. We're teaching people.
Congratulations.
Clap for that.
And first things first, all glory to God, man. I'm thankful for every step along this journey, man. And it's a true blessing to just even be here, man. So I definitely appreciate y'all boys.
Yes, sir.
But guys, if you want to take your trading to the next level, man, I show people day in and day out how to do this. All you got to do is hit the link in my bio, fill out the application, talk to one of my team members, or you can go ahead and contact one of the pages on IG at Legendary Drac, at Legendary Sniper Effects, man.
Spell it out for them so they can get it, because I want to get it
We're
right
gonna put
now.
it on the bottom of the screen right
Okay.
here.
I got you.
That's a blessing. Yeah, cool, for sure, man. So it's been a true blessing. It's an honor, man. And also for anybody that's out there, y'all trading and things are not working, I promise you, bro, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but you can't give up, man. You got to keep God first. You got to stay disciplined. You got to work. And you got to just stand up for yourself every day, right? I promise you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And if you don't think that, man, just look at my testimony, look at my journey. It's all possible with God.
Legendary.
Yeah,
D,
for sure.
appreciate you being here. Guys, this has been episode number 6 of the JetLounge podcast. Number 7 coming right up. Make sure y'all follow me, follow Shaquille, follow JetLounge, or follow D on his page as well. We'll see you on the next trip.
Blessing.